what's going on. We're going to try live streaming this workout outside today. It is gorgeous here, so wanted to try to get a little bit of sunlight while it's still nice. But I also need to get that workout on, so I figured let's combine the two and let's see how far my Wi-Fi actually reaches. So I apologize if the buffering is pretty bad today. A little bit further away from my Wi-Fi source than I would normally be. But we are recording this as well, so I'll be posting it to the YouTube channel later. You can go check it out there. Ward's Way to Fitness is the tag there as well, so you can find me. All right. We're hitting another kettlebell workout today, so the only equipment that we're going to need for today's workout is going to be the kettlebell. We're going to basically this is a little bit quicker one today. It's going to get down and dirty real fast. So we're hitting our warm-up, and then we're going to get right into some conditioning, little challenge workouts. So I like to do what we call Throwdown Thursdays, where I give a much more challenging workout for you to try to complete on Thursdays. And the goal today is going to be a 4-time workout with quite a few reps. It will be a challenge, absolutely. So get prepared for that if you're following along. So our warm-up, first up, we're going to hit a 6-minute AMRAP today. We're going to have 10 reps of each movement in the warm-up. We're going to be hitting an up-down, which is basically a modified burpee. So there's not going to be a jump and there's not going to be a push-up. That's why it's an up-down. So basically, we like to keep that core tight, hands to the ground, feet come back to your hands, stand it up, and repeat the process. Okay? You don't feel comfortable jumping your feet back, you can always step your feet back instead, scaling it to your own particular level. So we're going to hit 10 of those. Then we're going to hit 10 kettlebell swings, which if you were on the stream yesterday, you will have seen, or if you were watching the live streams, the replays on YouTube, make sure that we're getting good hinge. So we want to push those hips back, snap those hips forward as we hit the movement. So we hike that kettlebell through, push it up with the hip, pull it back through, drive it back up again. We're going to be hitting 10 of those guys. Then we've got 10 bodyweight squats. So try to break parallel as we come down and drive that floor, or in my case, the ground away, to stand it back up. All right. Then we're going to hit 10 ground to overhead. So we're going to grab that kettlebell, pick it up to the shoulder, press it up overhead, bring it back to the floor, and repeat. All right. So 10, 10, 10. We're going to be hitting 6 minutes of those. Get that heart rate up, get us sweating a little bit, get us warm and primed for what's coming in today's workout. All right, so hopefully you've got yourself some water, you've got yourself your kettlebell, and you are ready to join into this workout. I'm going to slap a little bit of my liquid chalk on my hands just so that kettlebell doesn't get slippery as I move through this workout, because it is a pretty warm out, which I love, and that means that we're going to be sweating a little bit heavier today, which can mean that we don't get a good grip on our kettlebell. So give that a second to dry, because that liquid chalk is just a little bit of a time, needs some patience before it's ready to go. So all right, let's set up my clock here. Countdown. Edit 6 minutes. All right. And she is good to go. All right, folks. So 6 minutes, 10 up downs, 10 swings, 10 bodyweight squats, 10 ground to overhead, and repeat. We're looking to get through 3 to 4 rounds tops here. Just want to keep a pretty consistent pace as we move through those movements. Again, focus on the quality before the quantity, all right? So I don't want you to go too fast. Make sure you're doing them well. Don't just speed through the movement for the sake of speeding through the movement. All right, let's get started. 10 up downs is going to start us off. Here we go. And then we move into 10 swings from there. So you get nice strong hips, hike, drive that bell up with the hips, pull it back through with the lats. And then body weight squats. focus on trying to get a little bit deeper with each rep. Unless we can hit that ass to grass right out of the gate. In my case, that's quite literal today. All right, ground overhead. Again, nice and tall. Keep that core tight. That's round one. Keeping it moving. Back to those up downs. Oop. Lost my mic. Come on. Hook back on there. There we go. Feel like I'm going to lose it again. We'll just play that by ear. Ground's not quite even, so the bell's not standing up. There's just something much more energizing about hitting your workout outside. Enjoying nature when we can, because most of us definitely do not get nearly enough sun exposure and time in the great outdoors. Okay. Whew. 2 minutes left. 2 rounds down. Right on pace for that 3-round target that I wanted. So that's good. Heart rate's a little higher than I'd like to see it right now, but that's okay. Still in control. Nice deep breaths. Hey, Kuma. 45 seconds. All right. 15 seconds. That's good for warm-up. Spanky Butt. What a great name. I love it. Thank you. Feeling strong today. Great day to be outside, moving the body. All right. So that's warm-up. The goal really being to set the tone for today's workout there. Really got the heart rate up, forced me to try to control things as much as possible. Not doing a great job of breathing through my nose today, but not every day is going to be a victory across the board. So you got to make sure that you bring the best effort that you have for the day. But it's Throwdown Thursday, so we're going to have some hella fun right now. This is going to be a tough workout. Should probably be like 15 to 20 minutes tops, and then we'll be done. I think my best time so far was just under 16 minutes for this routine, so I'd like to beat that today if possible, but we'll see how that goes. Okay. Whew. So the workout is 6 exercises. It's 50 reps of each exercise, but you can't move to the next exercise until you finish the previous exercise. So that's where the challenge in this particular routine lies. So you need to make sure that you're working hard and that you're keeping yourself moving as consistently as possible throughout the entire workout. 50 reps is a fair number. Oh man, the mosquitoes and bugs are loving me right now. So 50 is a lot. The movements are going to be challenging. You're probably not going to be hitting any of the movements straight set, depending on your own endurance capacity and the weight of the kettlebell that you happen to have, of course. So we have 50 goblet squats. That's our first exercise. So basically we want to pick that kettlebell up, hold it just off the chest, squat, push the ground away, standing it back up, and we're going to hit 50 reps of those. Try to make sure you're pushing your whole foot into the floor when you're hitting your goblet squats. You're going to make sure that you're utilizing the legs, the hips to drive the ground away, and find a good cadence. It's not so much that you want to go as fast as possible with every movement. You want a pace that you're able to maintain so you can keep yourself moving throughout the workout. 50 is a lot of reps, all right? It is going to be tough. You will probably have to take a break, and that is okay. Your lungs, your legs are going to get a big challenge from that. It's a great way to start this workout, all right? So then we move on. We've got 50 shoulder to overhead, okay? So these are single arm presses. If you wanted to go with a double arm press, that would be fine. Either way, you're probably going to need to be either alternating arms or taking little breaks to give your shoulders a chance to recover. This one will probably challenge the grip as well as the shoulders. And again, your lungs are going to be struggling to hold the pace. So if we're going single arm, we want to pick that kettlebell up, bring it to the shoulder, press that weight up overhead. I will probably take this in sets of 5. Once I've finished 5 on one arm, I will switch to the other arm and continue the process, all right? So 50 reps is 25 per arm if we're hitting single arm, or 50 total if you're doing it with both arms. Try to make sure you're not arching your back with your presses. So you want to make sure the core stays nice and locked down when you're hitting anything overhead. A lot of people do tend to get that like tension in the lower back because they're trying to get that kettlebell or dumbbell, whatever they're pressing, barbell maybe, up over their head to the highest point. And that's not really the goal of the exercise. We want to really push the shoulders to get that weight up overhead, but keep the core locked down. That's going to become even more important when we move into the next exercise, which is the Kettlebell American Swing, all right? So this is a very challenging exercise. If you're not comfortable with overhead, you can sub in the Russian swings, but we will be bringing the Russian swings back at the end as well. So make that choice yourself. For the American Kettlebell Swing, we want to make sure that we get that same hike. When we drive the weight through with the hips, we're also going to press the weight up overhead. Okay, so we want to make sure we keep the core locked down as we throw that weight up overhead. So we hike back, drive, press that weight up, pull it back through, and drive it up with those hips again. Okay, again, make sure that you're not getting that arch in your lower back as you're coming up overhead. All right, so after those 50 American swings, we're going to drop down to the floor. We're hitting 50 hand release push-ups, all right? So we want to start from the top, lower yourself to the ground, hands come off the ground, we push the ground away, and repeat. Try to make sure that you're pushing your whole body up every single time and not pushing the upper body and then having the core follow. So basically what a lot of people will do is they'll let their hips drop and they'll push the upper body up first and then have the legs and hips follow. We want to try to avoid that. If you need to, put your knees down, push yourself up in a nice straight line, then come back up to your toes and you can lower yourself down, or do all of your reps from your knees if that's what you need to do. Choosing the scale that's appropriate for you for this workout. Okay, so 50 reps, again, that's a lot. You're probably going to have to break them into smaller sets in order to get through the total volume, all right? So after those, then we have 50 bodyweight squats. We just did a few of those in our warm-up, but feet about hip width apart. Take a seat, push the ground away, and repeat. It's one where if you have the endurance and you find a good cadence, you might be able to bust all of them out in a single set. All right, so I leave that to you. If you need to break it into smaller sets, feel free. If you don't, you don't. That's good too. All right. I think Kuma's trying to figure out who I'm talking to. All right, and our last exercise for today's routine is 50 Russian kettlebell swings. All right, so that's what we were doing in the warm-up. So Russians stop at about chest height. They don't have to come up overhead like those American swings. So we have those feet about hip width apart, hike that kettlebell through, push it up with the hips, pull it back through, and drive it up again. All right, 50 of those, and then we are done the workout for today. It is a lot, 300 reps total. You want to do them 4 times. Again, we want to set the fastest time that we can, but we also want to make sure that we're moving for as much of this workout as possible. So find a cadence for all of the movements. Break them into the sets that are appropriate for you so you're not hitting that wall. We don't want to hit failure here. We want to be fatigued, but we want to control that fatigue all the way through the workout. All right? It's going to be tough, but it's going to be fun too. All right? You're probably going to hear me curse a few times during this routine here as I try to blast my way through these 300 reps. All right? So hopefully you are ready to get started. I know I'm sort of ready. Either way, I'm going to make it work. So I am going to switch that to a stopwatch. And mentally prepare. Chalk looks good. Any predictions on how long this is going to take me today? I am really hoping for a sub 15-minute performance. That's the goal. But again, my best performance was sub 16, I think. So sub 15 is going to be a big improvement if I can hit that at all today. But I'm feeling good. I think it's going to be the day. All right. And 3, 2, 1. We're off. Might have been ambitious to keep myself moving just there. All right, 25 down, 25 to go. All right, 10 more. Oh. Okay, squats done. I didn't really expect these presses to feel this hard today. It's all right. Reps left. All right. 10 more reps, 5 for each arm. I got this. All right, press is done. We're on to those kettlebell swings, American style. Get that kettlebell up overhead. All right. Freaking bugs. terms of heart rate response, this is probably the hardest exercise in the routine for today. Anytime you're going up overhead, definitely gets the heart rate up. Throwing the hips into the equation just gets so much more muscle involved that it can become very challenging to control the heart rate. She's out here somewhere, yeah. I think she might be over by like the hot tub there. So taking them in sets 10 to try to control that heart rate as much as possible. I got 2 more sets of 10 to go. Again, really trying to stay away from that complete failure where I need a long time to recover. Okay, 10 more, and we're on to the push-ups. Really crushes the shoulders through the middle of this routine. All right. Okay. I might have come out a little too soon on those push-ups. My shoulders are shot, guys. Whew. Not loving me right now. All right, 20 out of 50. Halfway. Reps. I got this. Ten more. into those air squats. Ten more.
Uh, 15:04. Damn, that was close. That was rough, boys. I'm definitely going to need a few minutes to recover from that. I really tried to turn on the jets a little for those swings, but a minute to finish 50, it's just not quite enough time. That's why it was 15:04 and not sub 15 like I was shooting for. Whew. All these bugs are crazy. They must be loving the sweat. And I probably disturbed them being on all over the ground right here. That's okay. So it was tough. It was still fun. That's the whole routine for today. I'm probably going to do some more cool down stuff, but I won't subject you guys to that today. I'll probably pop on again tonight though and play maybe some Legend of Zelda or something. I haven't decided what the gaming portion of Gaming and Gains will be today, but either way, hopefully you guys can pop back in and check that out later. For now, I am out. Peace out, bitches.